Hey friends, Megan McIntosh here. Welcome to this week's video. I am going to talk about curriculum design, and if you are someone that is a coach or a consultant or a service-based entrepreneur, this is a really good topic that not a lot of people talk about that I think is really important. So if you are, sorry, I just got a message. If you're there, let me know, say hi. Drop a 1 down below in the comments if you're watching right now. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2 down below in the comments. I am freezing. It is freezing. I can feel my hands are so dry. It's absolutely nutty out there. And thankfully, I think Thursday or later on this week, we're supposed to get snow, so it'll warm up whenever there's snow. And so I'm just like, my hair just flies away whenever it is the winter time. It just gets so dry, and sometimes it gets matted. Even if I just go for a walk outside with my coat, it just gets matted. So I put it up today, but then I have all these like little flyaway pieces. I'm so dramatic when it comes to my hair, my appearance on these lives. So you know how it is. So I want to talk about curriculum design because right now I'm creating a group coaching program. So I'm creating content that people will be able to go through as a group of people, or content for my private coaching clients. I already have content for my private coaching clients, but I'm making it even more streamlined. And one of the things that a lot of people go online, and you might as well, have bought tons of courses and programs to teach you specific skills, to teach you how to grow your Instagram, or to teach you how to get clients and that kind of thing. But oftentimes it's stuff maybe they've learned and something that they've learned to do themselves, or they've learned from other people, or however it is, but they haven't taken into consideration curriculum design. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have taken into consideration curriculum design, but this is something that I'm really being aware of as I build my course out, because I am someone, let me give you a bit of it. I'm someone that gets distracted easily, and I'm also someone who has taken many courses, and I have some courses have been really, really good, and some courses just haven't been, they didn't keep my attention, or I didn't feel like I got what I wanted from them. And that's not the course's fault. That's just, it is what it is, right? It's like sometimes you have bigger expectations. But I mean, every course I've taken has been good. I've learned a nugget or two, but there's some courses that have just been phenomenal. And that's what I compare it to, right? How do I make my course and my content phenomenal, right? And that's the idea behind curriculum design. It really is knowing who your audience is, but also how people learn. And people often learn by video, right? Speaking to you. They might learn by written, right? They might learn by bullets, points, right? So there's different ways. So I actually took a curriculum design course. It's like a course on how to do curriculum design, so that as I'm creating my course, I'm making sure that I have the different points necessary so that it can keep people's attention, so that they feel that they're getting benefit from it. And in the end, I want people to get results, right? Isn't that what we all want? And I do think that oftentimes we take courses, or they go on the back burner, or we buy something, we don't follow through with them. And I don't want that to be the case with my course. Now, there's always going to be a percentage of people, no matter who buys your course or your group program, that maybe they won't finish, or maybe it's just not right for them and they fall through the cracks and they, end up buying. But the idea is, for me, is how do I make my course so solid with curriculum design, understanding the way someone learns, and understanding how to bring that content to them in a way that makes sense, so that it's a good, they feel that they've got their money and more, right? So I want people to, when they purchase the course, feel like I got my money's worth and more. I've been in specific courses where I literally got in the course, I'm like, okay, I got my money's worth. And it feels so good, right? Like you just feel, I just got my money's worth during the course without even the coaching. And that's how I want it to be, that when someone buys my course, they're blown away by the amount of content. And then when they get in the coaching part, because I'm going to make my course also have question and answers, Q&A, like kind of like a group coaching. So it's going to be a course as well as group coaching, so that I want the course to already blow them away, so that when it comes to the group coaching part, it's almost like the cherry on top. And some of the things to think about with curriculum design, you can just Google curriculum design. It's not even that difficult, but it's something that people don't talk about. And I just don't know how much people pay attention to it. I think that some people, they get better at their course as they go, right? They have different cohorts go through their course, and other people launch something and they launch it again, and then they get better and they understand where the people are learning and where they're falling through the cracks. So that's another way to learn for your course or your group coaching program, is to continue to do the course over and over again and seeing, what's working and what's not. So that's also going to be coming into practice when you're creating curriculum, right? When you're maybe redoing the course. But right now, when you're in the beginning, what are the elements that you can put into your course? So some of the things that I'm going to be putting in are transcripts, right? Transcripts of my videos. I think transcripts are important because sometimes people just want to read the information and go at their point. Another thing is almost like a Cole's notes, right? Like bullet point of the teaching, so that maybe they don't even want to read the transcript. Maybe they don't want to go through the video, but the real bullet points are there, as well as the video. So these are just some things that I'm thinking about, and how I can interact with students. That's some of the things that I'm thinking about. And I'm also thinking about brevity, right? I hope that's the right word, but how to shorten my training. So I am a talker, and I could go on these live streams and I could do teaching and go on and tell probably 5 to 10 different stories, right? Stories about me, stories about someone, examples. And I'm really good at that, just because, like I said, I'm a talker. I like to talk and go on and on and on. But sometimes that, telling one story is great, but to go on and go off in tangents, as I do, is not really good when you're going through a course. You just want someone to give you the information. You want that story, you want that example, but you don't want 10 different tangents when you're getting to the topic, right? A live stream's different. I go on different tangents. It is what it is. But when I'm doing my course, I'm making sure that it's short, that it's sweet, that it's like the right amount of information, that it's condensed, that it's packed, and it's like nothing is empty space, or nothing is too wordy, right? I want to make sure that if it's a lesson, if it's got to be 30 minutes, it's got to be 30 minutes. But mostly, can it be 10 minutes? Can it be 15 minutes, right? I don't want to do these hour-long lessons if something can be taught in 10 minutes easily. And so what I'm also doing is I'm bringing down the modules. Like, I don't want to give someone 20, 30 modules. I want to make sure that they have specific areas that they focus on. And within those modules, there's really quick bits of information, right? 10 to 15 minute videos on each section within the module, so that it could be, I'd rather have like 40 short videos than 10 super long ones that you're like, oh, like, where's the content, right? Rather, like the way I'm doing my course, it's like, hey, you want information on lead generation? Here's a 10-minute video. You want information on how to grow your business using Instagram? Here's a 5-minute clip, or here's something that I would do. Here's a case study of how I got a client, right? And so that you can just go in, get the information, and get out, and you can, learn about, hey, what are the different types of content that I can use? Here's a short video, rather than having a whole bunch of information in a super long video and them having to be like, well, I kind of wanted some of that information. That's great, but I wanted this. And that's the idea, and that's what I'm really thinking about. I'm thinking about the curriculum development. I'm thinking about shorter videos. People's attention spans are not huge. I can watch an hour-long video in training, but I do find that the courses that I succeed in are the ones where it's shorter, sweeter. The last mastermind I went in, she had probably over 50 videos, but they're all really quick. They're all really short. And I could just go to the module and then drop down and see, oh, good, I want to learn how to do warm leathers, or she actually didn't teach on that, but I'm doing one of those teachings, or I want to do on, Facebook groups or something. And then you go in there and you get it. Now, I also mentioned on this video, on the title of this video, what's the difference between coaching and consulting, and why like, how does that work? So the reason why I'm doing curriculum development is because even though I'm a coach, I'm also a consultant, because a lot of the content that I'm going to be putting out there for consulting and for this curriculum is teaching trainings, right? On how to grow a business online, how to do sales, and how to get yourself out there. And so that is going to have curriculum design versus coaching. When I'm doing the coaching with people, when I'm doing the question and answers, when people are doing more mindset stuff, they've gone through the consulting or the teaching part. They've watched the videos. Now they're going to implementation, and that's when the mindset stuff slips up. And that's when you're maybe in a group coaching program and you're doing the Q&As and you're asking questions about like the how-tos, but maybe you're not executing. And that has a lot to do with mindset and a lot to do with overcoming your limitations, understanding how to get yourself into consistency, and fixing my ponytail, just kidding. And so it's about that. Is like, coaching is different. Coaching is really asking those questions, drawing that out of people, understanding their mindset, understanding where they're at. Versus, by the way, did you see this? I what did I do? I cut myself. Wow, that took a little bit of time to figure out that word. I cut myself on my dishwasher, and I was like, no, it was like bleeding for 10 minutes. I'm like, I should put a Band-Aid on that. So I can't remember what I was talking about before. See my tangents? I'm not going to be doing this in my course. It's going to be short, sweet. You're going to get the information. Obviously, you're going to have some of my personality in it, because I am what I am who I say I am. Did anyone watch the Super Bowl halftime show with Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent? Who else was in it? Kendrick Lamar. Who else was in it? Snoop. Who else? There was someone else. That Dr. Dre. It was so good. Oh my God, it was awesome. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's like hip hop legends. It was amazing. Anyway, I'm going to let you go because I'm trying to make these lives short but sweet as well. Walk the talk. And if you want to coach with me, I would love it. I really focus on 3 areas of your life and business. Your intuition, which really encompasses your mindset, your energy, your self-care, really getting yourself into that space where you're on, right? Like that space where you're in the zone, where you're in flow. In that space, you need energy. You need to overcome your mindset limitations, and you need to give yourself self-care. So we focus on that. That's one area of the way I coach. The next area is your influence, and that is really getting you consistently marketing and selling online to get clients. So that's the influence part, teaching you how to be consistent and teaching you some strategies to do so. And the last part is innovation. So this is really your creativity and your thought leadership. This is what I excel at. I mean, I excel at it all, let's be honest. That's why I'm teaching it. But the innovation is like my little differentiating factor, because I come from the advertising and film industry. So I'm in the entertainment industry. I'm still a creative. I'm still a writer. I still come up with ideas all the time. And I think that's something that a lot of people that work with me they're very creative. And it's a matter of like, how do I get those ideas flowing all the time? How do I keep being innovative? How do I consistently put my thought leadership out there and be different and set myself apart, and teaching myself how to build those frameworks and methodologies, and so people see me as that different coach or that different consultant or service based preneur out there, because you are innovating all the time. I was reading on Twitter today something about marketing, and it's like 80% consistency and 20% innovating, and 20% that idea of testing and tweaking and being different and figuring out what's working and what's not, right? You're always got to be consistent, but you also have to try new things, and being able to be bold and brave and courageous and just going with the flow and doing it. So that's what I do. That's what I'm all about. Feel free to message me if you want to coach with me. I would love to speak with you and work with you. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.